Good evening, everyone. I'm student meteorologist Michael on, and with your Tuesday edition of FSU Weather, the final summer Tuesday edition. It was a very cloudy, gloomy day out there, and as a result, we didn't get high in terms of a temperature. 85 degrees right now in Tallahassee. Reached a high of 86 for today. A lot of moisture fueling out of the Gulf with that south wind of 10 miles per hour. You can see all the showers and storms due to that moisture coming off the Gulf. Lots of shower activity between Panama City and Quincy with some lightning associated with that as well. All of this is due to a stalled out frontal boundary right now along the Mississippi River Valley. And this is not going to move much as we head into the next few days. So a lot of moisture is fueling our region for the rest of the work week. Locally, we do have a flash flood watch, and that is in effect until Thursday evening, until 8 p.m. So your headlines for today, you have to keep the umbrella handy for the rest of the work week. Highs will be below average with all the cloud cover we will have, but it will be drier as we head into next week. Now let's send it off to Taylor with our first local forecast.
Thank you, Michael. So currently on this Tuesday evening, it is 85 degrees. We do have some thunderstorms going on, but nothing too serious. I feel like it was a great day to actually move out of your apartments. I know everyone had that struggle going on today, but the weather did not interfere. The temperature today in Tallahassee is 85, in Perry 80. Pretty much the temperatures ranging in the 80s, mid-80s. We see in Quincy it's a low 73. And for the dew point in Tallahassee is 74, and then in Perry 74 again. Again, pretty much the dew point is staying in the same range. In Apalachicola it's 78. And the heat index, so in Tallahassee it's feeling like 92 degrees, and in Valdosta also 92 degrees. In Apalachicola it feels like 98 degrees. However, it feels cooler than Tallahassee because of the rain they're experiencing. For the satellite and radar, going over to Quincy, we can see the rain is going right through them, unlike Tallahassee as much, so definitely explains why it feels much cooler there. And then for the day planner, so 7 a.m. today, well, yeah, tomorrow will be very humid, so definitely don't waste your time flat ironing your hair. Just get up and go because the humidity will bring it down. And then for the stormy weather at 11 a.m., 78 degrees, and then 3 p.m. it's going to be stormy with 79. And then for the 5-day rainfall forecast, so it's going to be 4 to 5 inches right here in Pensacola and Panama City. Then in Tallahassee area is going to be 3 to 4 inches of rain. And then in Valdosta and Albany, it's going to be 2 to 3 inches of rain experience. For the flood watches and warnings, so again, in the green area we have right here is a flash flood warning until Thursday 8 p.m. Pretty much, be cautious, be aware, get some rain boots, wear your umbrella, because just be prepared. And then for tonight, it's going to be 74 degrees. Some thunderstorms are likely to occur. Some winds from the southeast coming 4 miles per hour. But again, nothing too strenuous. And for the 7-day forecast, so again, from the increase of rain that we have due coming, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we have increased thunderstorms and rain. But however, as the week continues, it's our typical summer weather with the rain and the sun appearing. And that's it for the 7-day forecast.
Thank you, Taylor. So we're going to take a look at what's happening along our region in the southeast. Currently, you can see over here in Texas, it's a bit cooler than it's been these past few days. Last week, we know Dallas was still above 100. Right now, they're at 91, so some relief in sight. And if we look over into Mississippi and Louisiana area, we can see that temperatures are decreasing a bit where some rain has gone through their area. And then over to where Georgia is, you can see Atlanta at 71. Thunderstorm, if you've seen any videos online recently, there's been a lot of thunderstorms rolling through their area. And then again, Florida, mostly cloudy conditions for our region. A lot of rain, especially a lot of rain coming up through that Jacksonville, Orlando area as well. Dew point, which is temperature at which dew forms, you can see that a bit lower, a bit west of us in the Texas region, where we're at 55 in Dallas, 62, and then 61 in Little Rock, Arkansas. Now when you go back over towards Alabama, Jackson, Mississippi, you can see that we do have higher dew points again, which are typical for what we see locally in Tallahassee, around the mid-70s, and a bit lower in Atlanta due to that rain that has passed through. When we combine the temperature and the dew point, we get what it feels like outside. So the hottest temperature on our map right now is Corpus Christi at 104 degrees. That's due to their higher temperature in the 90s. And they also have a bit of higher dew point than the rest of Texas does. And when you go over, you can see Atlanta sticking true to its true temperature of 71 right now. And then Tallahassee sticking to 92. Satellite radar, you can see that front that Michael was talking about in the beginning here, stalled front, causing all these storms to go through the Atlanta area, which is causing this increase of rain that we're going to see these next few days. Forecast for the next 24 hours, you will see that we do have some cloud cover into tomorrow morning, but expect those storms to flare back up for most of the southeast region. You see that Texas over there is staying a bit dry, and east of the Mississippi River, it's a bit more wet. 3-day rainfall, you see that due to that stalled out front, we do have that increase in rain, 4 to 5 inches near Tallahassee, 3 to 4 in the Georgia, Alabama region. And your 3-day rain, due to that rainfall forecast, you can see that we do have a flash flood watch in effect until 8 p.m. Thursday night. So if you're going to be driving, make sure you turn around and don't drown when you see floodwaters. Tonight's forecast, you can see that not a lot of clear skies in sight for our typical region, a lot of thunderstorms in this area, but then Texas and Little Rock, you're going to see a few more clear skies in sight. A bit cooler temperatures too in the 60s, which is really nice for them. Wish I was there. And then Florida temperatures around the 70s, along with Montgomery, Alabama, and Charleston the same way. Tomorrow's forecast, you're going to see that Corpus Christi is still sticking to that hot temperature of 94, the hottest temperature again we're seeing in our area. Dallas a close second. And then going over into Orlando, again, you're going to see that sunshine's going to end the moment you reach Mississippi, and that we're going to have that increase in thunderstorms due to that stalled out front in Atlanta. We're going to pass it off to Michael now to show us what's happening on around the nation.
Yeah, thanks, Salone. The main story across the nation right now is that stalled out front across the eastern two-thirds of the country. We're going to get into that in a second. But you can really tell what all that moisture is really doing in the eastern two-thirds of the country. Very cool conditions. Only 71 in Atlanta because they've been getting shellacked with thunderstorms and shower activity for the entire afternoon. 70 in Detroit, 77 in Chicago. Now where we got more sunshine behind that front, 91 in Dallas. The dew points show you that ahead of this stalled out frontal boundary, a lot of moisture coming in from the Gulf and the Atlantic. Also, we have that Bermuda high in the Atlantic, fueling that moisture from the Atlantic, giving a lot of these higher dew points, 71 in Washington, D.C., 76 down towards New Orleans. But behind it, lower dew points feeling much more comfortable, 55 in Dallas. Again, you can see, again, where that stalled out frontal boundary is, a lot of moisture funneling in from the Gulf, and see a lot of shower activity right along the Mississippi and Alabama border, and it's not moving that much, so that is causing some flooding concerns. Atlanta, again, getting a lot of thunderstorm activity, and that also hasn't been moving that much. As a result, we do have a flash flood watch in effect until Thursday evening for a lot of the interior portions of the southeast, for southern Alabama, northern Georgia, and the southern Appalachians. And these red boxes, you saw where the rain is not even moving that much. That's why we have flash flood warnings right here along the Mississippi-Alabama border, and also in Polk County, just of Atlanta. They got about 2 to 3 inches of rain in just a short amount of time earlier this afternoon, so some flooding concerns over there. Tallahassee also under this flash flood watch until 8 p.m. Thursday. Now, in the Northeast, not much shower activity, but that will increase over the next few days as this warm front starts to move up north, increasing the moisture and increasing the rainfall in the region over the next few days. Out towards the west, though, much drier story, just a few showers up towards northern Idaho. But the main story in the northwest is the heat. An excessive heat warning in pink for just south of Spokane, and in orange, a heat advisory. Heat indexes well into the triple digits, so remember to stay hydrated and spend a lot of time indoors. Now tomorrow, as that low pressure system moves a little bit up to the north, we'll have a little bit more instability in the interior section of the Northeast, so a slight risk of some severe thunderstorms. So some hail is possible, as well as some damaging winds. Tonight, very cool in the interior portions behind that cold front, 64 in Kansas City, very muggy and moist ahead of it, 68 in Atlanta, 73 in Tallahassee. And for tomorrow, that system is not going to move much to the east, so very cool and muggy in the interior portion of the southeast with 77 in Atlanta. Now let's send it off to Taylor, looking back into Florida.
All right, everyone. So the temperature in Florida again. So in Gainesville, it's 80 degrees. They have nice weather. Definitely go out. Have a great time while you're out there. And then going down all the way to Miami, if you definitely want to have a great beach day, that's where it is to be. In Tallahassee, it's 85. But in general, it looks like Florida's doing really well with the heat. We're just going through it and enjoying these summer days. And then for the dew point, so the dew point again is also still in the 70s range. Tallahassee 74, Gainesville 74, and just going down, we see everyone's in the mid 70s. Palm Beach also 74, and Miami 76. And for the heat index, Gainesville's feeling like 85, Miami's feeling like 97. That's pretty smoking hot. For the satellite and radar, again, we see some rain showers coming up from the east and the west coast of Tallahassee going up north. And for the drought monitor, so Florida, we are in the clear. We have no issues with a drought with all this rain we're experiencing. However, if you see New Orleans over there, they are experiencing some drought. But I hope that this rain that we have experiencing definitely helps them out as well. And for the forecast, again, we have some rain going on. But again, it's not too heavy on the South Florida region and Mid-Florida as well. And for Washout Wednesday, so tomorrow we have right here, this red area is indicating that there's potential flash flood possible. So definitely try your best to steer away from that area, or just take the best precautions that you can. Again, wear your rain boots, your umbrella. If you see your car, just turn the opposite direction. And then for tonight's forecast, it's going to be 73 in Gainesville, Tallahassee 74. We may have some light thunderstorms, but again, it'll be a great evening. Just stay inside and watch some Netflix. And for tomorrow's forecast, it's going to be 81 in Tallahassee, 89 Orlando. Very hot, may feel some more thunderstorms, but overall, it's great weather. And then currently, it's going to be 82 degrees.
Thank you, Taylor. Taylor just said we do have a bit of cloud cover going on in our area, some scattered thunderstorms in the Big Bend region, 82 outside, and we have heavier winds than we've seen all week at 16 miles per hour. This is all due to that stalled out front we have north of Atlanta. Now, temperatures again currently, most of our region sticking around the 80s here. Valdosta 79, but you go over to Quincy, see it's at 73 because they just had some showers go through their area and that are still going through. And then Apalachicola a bit warmer, which is typical for them. Your dew points average what we've been seeing pretty much for the past few weeks, mid 70s for our region. Apalachicola has a higher dew point, which is going to cause its feel-like temperature to be a bit higher at 98. Again, Quincy sticking true to its temperature at 73 due to, again, to those showers that are moving through their area. And then if we look over at Valdosta and Perry, mid-80s, so a bit cooler than it is in Tallahassee. Wind speeds here, you can see that winds are a bit heavier in the Tallahassee area due to that stalled out front. Along the coast, they're about 9 miles per hour. But you can see that we do have some circulation going on with that storm right here with some lightning attachment along the I-10 corridor. Again, that's why Quincy is a bit cooler than it is, but due to those rainstorms moving through the next few days due to that stalled out front, we will have a flash flood watch until Thursday at 8 p.m. in this region. So if you're going to be out driving and you see some low-level flooding, you don't know how deep that water is, so make sure you turn around and don't drown. Tonight's forecast, you can see that temperature is sticking around the mid-high 70s for south of Tallahassee, but north of Tallahassee, low 70s. Again, there's not going to be a lot of clear skies in sight tonight with those showers moving through the area. Tomorrow's forecast is a bit cooler than what we've been seeing these past few weeks. About 81 is a high tomorrow, which is quite a relief. As of today, it felt like 91 outside. I'm hoping it's a bit cooler due to those showers moving through. Apalachicola a bit cooler as well at 82. And then Valdosta seems to be the hottest in Perry at 84, so it's going to be a bit warmer outside of there. Here's your forecast for the next 24 hours. We're not going to clear up like how we normally do overnight. We do have those thunderstorms coming right back at 8:30 tomorrow morning, so be prepared to be woken up by that loud clap I was woken up by this morning. And then clearing up tomorrow around the afternoon, then flaring right back up 24 hours from now. Again, mentioning that flash flood watch we do have, again, you can see we do have 3 to 4 inches expected in our area, 4 to 5 at Panama City, and then 2 to 3 in the Georgia region. Here's your 7-day forecast where you can see that we do have those high rain chances, especially tomorrow, 80%, and Thursday and Friday in the 70s, which is going to decrease going into the weekend as that front dissipates, causing our temperatures to increase as well into the 90s. And then going into next week, you can see we have that 30% chance of rain, which is going to be much nicer, a lot drier than next week. Remember to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at FSU Weather, and join us on YouTube /FSU Weather. Thank you.